Good evening. This is K4PEW Net Control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio, and I already know that nobody's been on the air to. I'm not interrupting anybody unless they're doing it in a mute mode, not mute, but mute. Um, is there any emergency party traffic? Nope. I know there isn't. If there was, you'd already be saying it. Call 911 if you have an emergency, and then you can tell us if you can't do that, and tell us where you live, and we'll go or where you are, and we'll help you out. Net may be broken anytime for emergency traffic. For information on that, you go right now to YouTube and see the screen of my radio display, and you can see your. Well, actually, most of the best thing about it is you can hear what others, the stations you might not otherwise hear. So you can figure out why you can't hear them with your own antenna. But sometimes, it's a terrain issue, or you can't get an antenna high enough to do the work. Also, we have. Yeah, you can see just me, and you can hear me on YouTube, and everybody else for that matter, on MJ Simplexton Net. And you can also go to 146415.net to look up information on Simplex. Some nice, I think it's nice, good information about Simplex. Pretty simple stuff, actually. And then you can go to groups.io under MJSS. That's MJSS, like Juliet Sierra Sarah, in the search block in the groups.io. And you can see our net schedule, and you can see what if you want to join or not, because we send out reminders about our nets as well as others in the area. And it's a good place to exchange information, technical and otherwise, for about ham radio and radios, and just a lot of very intelligent people on the air. Well, on that group anyway. I don't know if they're on the air at the moment. And let's see. Okay, well, we're done. Or you can email me. Again, dumb answers, dumb questions, or smart questions, and dumb answers only. That's K4PEW@ARRL.net. And then normally is held Wednesdays and Saturday nights on 146.415 FM. And then we move on tonight, for instance, to 144.240 upper sideband. And then we go tonight to 50.135 upper sideband. And then to 223.415 FM. That's a secret frequency, so please don't tell me about that last one. Got to give a break there for a second. Purpose is to have fun. What we're doing right or wrong, or it keeps us. In fact, one of the nice things about getting on the air, if you're not routinely on the air, is to see if your radio even works, see if your antenna works, if the connections are good, and it forces you to kind of look at those things on a regular basis. So anyway, that's one good reason to have that. Plus, it's fun. I like to hear from other people. That's why I like going to Ham Fest. I talk to people about whatever, including ham radio. Mostly about not. It's kind of like a Seinfeld show. A lot of talk about nothing but good ham stuff. I guess I should say. We use the net. Any announcements besides? I just did the nets. There's the Ham Fest. The Ham Quest is gone, so the next big event is the. I don't remember the date, but you can look it up easy. It's under hamfest.org down in Huntsville. And that's at August 20th, maybe, somewhere in that vicinity. Does anybody have any other announcements besides the tomorrow night's net? Don't forget, write this down. In fact, you might even tattoo it on your arm. It's the 10-meter net on Sunday nights at 7:30 p.m. Or you can write it on the inside of your glasses with magic marker, so you'll never forget. It's on 28.415 at 7:30 p.m. on Sunday nights, ably handled by Michael KM4YRF. And he's the only guy on probably the free world, at least, who does a 10-meter FM net following the 10-meter upper sideband net. And he's threatening, I understand, to do an AM net on 10 meters. I'm not sure about that. You have to check on. And also, it has on 29.415, and then he does again on the secret frequency 223.415 again. Please don't mention that outside of the circle script. All righty. Any other announcements? All righty. I don't hear any. Well, very good. We'll jump right in there then. We're going to be doing of course, this is net number 1022. But we'll be starting from the south. But first, we're going to go to short on time, short on memory. No, not that. No short on. Well, there's a lot of that out there, including mine. Short on time, mobile or first time check-in. Please come in. I can't. That's all it is. Squelch breaker to me on whoever that was. Anybody copying that? One more time. Now I'm hearing nothing. Okay, then we'll just move it. Anybody short on time, mobile or first time check-in? Well, last chance, not last chance, but you can come in anytime. Please come out.
KC4, thank you.
You going to bed early after all that work today?
Yeah, I got a thunderstorm moving in on me, so I'm going to unhook.
All right, very good. If I ain't scared, I got to do the net, man. I can't be scared. All right, that was Charles. Kilo Charlie Ford Tango, November, Quebec. And he is in West Nashville. Who else is, a great signal, by the way. Who else is, well, anybody else short on time? One more time, please. I very rough copied on that one.
XT, K4WKB.
Oh, very good. I heard a tone, but I barely heard the voice. All right, very good, Steve. I'm glad you're in there. K4W, KU. Yeah, WKU. Very good, Steve. How you copying me?
I got a great copy of you.
Oh, we're back. Now I got your full copy. Very good, Steve. How's it going?
Oh, wonderful. You got a great copy.
You didn't make it down to the Hamfest in Wilson County today.
No, I had a birthday party.
Oh, that's more important.
Yeah, it is.
Well, very good. Anything for the net for us, for your wisdom from Kentucky?
No wisdom other than God is great.
Very good. Appreciate what you do up there in Kentucky. I'm glad that there's more than one of me. Very good. Thanks, Steve, for being on the net. Very good. That was Steve up in north of 60. I think it's 65 miles, almost due north of me. Steve, Kilo for Whiskey, Kilo U. Yeah, it's WKU, and he's just north of. I'll get it right in a minute. Where's he north of? He's in. Man, I can't even get my name straight. Where is that?
Bowling Green.
Oh yeah, how could I forget Bowling Green? Kept on thinking about the cars they make up there, and I couldn't think of Bowling Green thing. Very good. Steve's in Bowling Green. Shows you the last time I was up there, and also shows you my memory's not that great. Who else is? Anybody short on time, or we're going to move right on to from the south. Please come in.
Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor.
Very good, Larry. I think you got 7 on D-Star. Is that correct tonight?
Yeah, that's right.
Fantastic. It was 777, man. We hit the jackpot on the 3 nets.
All right, we'll let you get on with it, Paul. K4SYB.
Very good. That's Larry in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, and he does the net on D-Star on Saturdays at 7:15 sharp. Be there. Well, just be there. If you got a D-Star, be there. It's a 7:15 every Saturday. There was somebody else in there. I think there was a double or triple. That's Bravo Sierra Delta. Is that correct, Doug? Very good, Doug. I don't remember you checking in, but that doesn't mean much. Have you checked in before?
First time.
Oh, fantastic. Where are you located?
Just west of West.
Oh, very good. And your signal's a little light. Are you using like an HT or something, or something a little, or not a very good antenna?
Using the radio that I bought today at the Hamfest, and I'm working on some settings. So let me change the power to 2,000.
Oh yeah, if you can up the power, that'd be great. I can hear you fine. It just seems a little lower for somebody who's just a little west 11.
I brought the power up 1 notch. I'll just count on.
Oh, much better. I would say it's 50, at least 50% better, maybe 100% better. Very good. So, what kind of radio did you buy?
J2 2890.
Oh yeah, very good. And you're getting used to using it, obviously.
I've been playing around with it all afternoon. This is my first call.
Oh, very good. How long have you been a ham?
About 2 years.
Okay, very good. Well, I know when I was in it for 2 years, still didn't know crap.
I don't know anything, and I don't know what I don't know.
I know it, isn't it great? Well, I know that I think this is my 19. I'm working on 20 years at this point, I think it is. And I still realize that I really fall short on, you never stop learning. That's the kind of cool thing about ham radio.
But I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for running the net.
Well, very good, Doug. Good to have you in there. That was a first time check-in for us. That's Doug. He is just west of Lebanon, Kilo 4 Bravo Sierra Delta. Who else is, where was I? Actually, south. Please come in.
Before I see home.
Oh, I got one in there, and I'll grab Robin. I think it was a couple in there. But Robin, did you sell anything good today?
Yeah, I uploaded some stuff. That was all very good.
Yeah, I saw you saw that roll. I was joking with Michael about the LMR 400 he bought from you. He said it didn't come with ends on it, connectors.
It did come with ends. It had one end on each end of the wire.
That's right. It did have ends. No, it's no. You say no. That's why it's op. You don't want to sell them with ends with connectors because you don't know what kind they like.
I talked to him about that. He has connector technology, so he's all good.
Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying. That's one of the problems with buying just a roll that's got PL259s on it, because then connectors, and then, well, I've got N that I need it for.
Yep, it can get kind of squirrely. You buy anything?
No, not a darn thing. I only came with $40, and even anything was less than 40, I don't need any. I got so much stuff now, for what I do, it doesn't seem worthwhile getting any more at the moment.
Trust me, I understand that.
Yeah, did you sell any good stuff from the estates or anything?
I sold the spectrum analyzer, sold the climbing harness, bunch of coax, sold one of the bird watt meters, and 5 elements.
Those bird watt meters ever go down in price?
Not that I'm aware of.
Unreal. What'd you get, 200 and something for it?
200 for the meter and $40 a throw on the element. But I'll do 3 elements for 100.
Wow. Oh, you still got more, do you? I'm just letting everybody know you got more elements.
I have more elements and I have 1 more meter.
Oh, awesome. Well, very good. Everybody else is just trusting the radio to tell them how much power they're putting in.
Well, if you don't need that thing, you don't need it. It's true. Carry on. Thanks for doing the net. I'm home with the pizza. K4IGC.
Very good. That was Robin, Kilo 4 India Delta Charlie. He is just east of Percy Place, Percy Priest Lake, and about 5 miles south of me. Who else is south?
Come in.
Hold on, Tony. What's up, Michael?
Robin, just wanted to tell you the headphones are great. Thank you. Back to that control. Glad you like them. Let me know if you need a sidearm for your tower. I'll do it.
He's going to use a concealed antenna, no sidearms.
Might need a permit.
Very good. Hey, Tony, what's up?
Not much. Just got back from a TPAC show. We went to see Simplex. Good show. Go see it. Actually, pretty cheap tickets. I was surprised. It's a pretty good show.
I'm not familiar with that. Is that a very well-known show?
No, actually, it's debuting in Nashville because it has to do with country music, and it's put on by Cirque du Soleil, which does all the Vegas shows.
Oh, wow. So it's kind of fancy, is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's got some, drawbacks because, TPAC, is not quite set up for, if you've ever seen a Cirque du Soleil, we're talking high-flying people hanging, 30 feet in the air from little tiny wires and swinging and carrying on and juggling. And I mean, it's like a rooster on acid. It really is. But the TPAC stage isn't quite set up for that kind of energetic performance. But other than that, it's an excellent show.
Oh, cool. So it's a country music-oriented Cirque du Soleil kind of show.
Very much so.
Oh, cool. And what was the name of it again?
Song Blazers. I don't know how much longer it's going to be in town. It's had quite a run so far.
Cool. Yeah, it's interesting that they started it here. Maybe that's how they get it rolling because it's not a first. I say it's not. It's normally, as you know, somebody will open on Broadway if it's one of those big funded shows, you know. But a lot of shows aren't. Doesn't matter whether they're on Broadway or not.
Yeah, I understand. Anyway, other than it raining like a son of a gun over here, that's about all I got.
Well, very good. Just bring in the dogs in the lawn furniture.
Yeah, our dog came in whimpering and carrying on. And yeah, I wrote about it and posted pictures, so I'm sure you'll go out there and look at it. KF4, KFQ.
I will. Very good. That's Tony, KF4, KFQ. Was down in downtown Nashville at the Performing Arts Center seeing a show. That was Tony, KF4, KFQ in Smyrna. Who else is Sal? Anybody else, Sal? Or East? Very good. Again, good to see you, Carl. I was. Did we run? Yeah, she. Did we run Tom back to the south of Alabama?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's back down there.
Yeah, very good. So you guys met up at Waffle House. Was there a big crew when you met over at Waffle House?
Yeah, there's about 7 or 8 of us. We had a good breakfast and told a bunch of lies.
Oh man, that's the best kind of meeting.
That's right. Good to see you. You have a great night. We'll let you get on with it. NADNUT.
Yeah, the best lies are the ones you're not sure if they're lying or not, you know, because that's sneaky. Anyway, that was Carl. He's in Franklin, November 8th, November, Uniform Tango. And I think, Michael, did I hear you in there? I guess I didn't hear Michael. Anybody else south? I mean, east. Hello, Stan. It was good to sit and rest with you today. Did you sell anything at all? I mean, I thought somebody grabbed that 220 antenna.
No, I didn't sell the 220 antenna. I sold about half of the football stuff.
Oh, great. I didn't see some of the other half you sold then.
I guess not.
Very good. Anything good for the net today?
No, it's good to see everybody at the handbag they do.
Oh, yeah. Always good to see people. Well, very good. That was Stan. KM4, KM4. KM4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Sorry to repeat the Michael's call. And he's in London. Who else is east?
KI4 ZDT.
KI4 ZDT. How are you doing today?
Doing well. Glad to be back here on the net.
You've been busy, I take it?
Well, we've been traveling, working, and we went out to Seattle and then did visit with my brother-in-law, and then did a 10-day Alaska cruise.
Oh, you did a 10-day Alaska cruise. That's cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Definitely want to go back up there with my own transportation and try to see a little bit more of the sites up there.
So you took that was the cruise that goes out of Seattle. Is that where it goes out?
Yeah, we went out of Seattle and went up Juneau, Skagway, Sitka, Ketchikan, a few other places.
It sounds silly. I grew up in a tourist town, Niagara Falls, New York. It also has other things, but it's a tourist town. And so I also lived in Tampa, and I hated going to Orlando, tourist town. So I always envision, and I've seen pictures of that, like that Alaskan cruise. And I know there's no other good way to do that kind of thing other than take a cruise, but I always feel awkward just being among a crowd of tourists looking at the same crap all the time.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the drawbacks to go in, but it was my parents' 50th anniversary, so we went with them and my brother and his family, and so it made it easy on them to get around, and definitely like Juneau was there were 4 other ships there. We were the smallest, but there was at least 20,000 extra people there in port. So and then they got you trapped there, so they're wanted $34 a head for a taxi cab just to take you up to like the Mendenhall Glacier. So we messed around and tried to figure out
cheaper ways to do things when we went to different places or try to bargain with people or whatever. But yeah, it is. It's not the best way once you get into places that you're going to ports, and then you're kind of compressed for your time in other places.
It's interesting that it's that, so there obviously isn't any competition up there for that little trip up to the glacier.
I mean, you can do an excursion, but that's going to cost you even more than $34 a head. We did an Uber up there, which still wasn't cheap, but it was about $50 to get up there, and then $50 to get back. We had to take two of them, so it cut our cost by probably about $300 or $400.
Oh wow, that's what I was going to ask you, if that was Uber or that was just like a standard taxi cab fee up there to get up there. That's amazing, $35 a head. How far was it from where they were leaving?
Maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes top.
Man, they're making some good money when the times are good, aren't they?
I mean, I guess after October that place shuts down, and then it just becomes a regular town again. They had the float planes flying out of there, and just the whole downtown was kind of like a small version of Gatlinburg or whatever. I will say Haines, I think it was Haines, Alaska. We were the only boat there, and being a small boat, that was a very small town, and you got a little bit better feel for small town life in Alaska and everything. But there, that was nice. I got to, me and my brother went for a run through like kind of the park area, and then we walked into town from there, and it was a very, very small town, and just had the coffee shop and saw some trucks. Looked like they had wolves in the back of the trucks, and just it was very much more laid back and less touristy than everywhere else we went.
Yeah, that sounds interesting though. My wife says she'd love to go, and I guess someday we'll probably go. I got a whole bunch of things on our bucket list first, I think. But now, Juno, that trip to the glaciers must be pretty nice though.
Yeah, it was cool. And then we did another, they actually cruised us up to the Hubbard Glacier too. And they spun the ship around in circles, and we got to check that out. I wish we didn't, we were only about, I don't know, like 3 miles. I guess you could have taken an excursion on a smaller boat and gone right up to the glacier, but I thought we were going to get closer. But it was cool, like sitting there cruising through the water, seeing all these big chunks of ice floating around, and everything. And I know there's a danger of actually hitting icebergs and stuff up through there, so I guess that's why they don't get you so close to the glacier.
Yeah, no, it all sounds interesting, really. And was it fairly cool? I mean, did you have to wear jackets out there at that level?
Oh yeah, it was definitely like once we got going, like Seattle when we left, they were giving everybody heat warnings saying it's going to be 80 degrees today, and there was like absolutely no humidity, and I was like, this is glorious compared to what's going on in Tennessee right now, and we were happy to be there. Then once we got underway and out in open water, like we had a 45 knot wind across the bow, and the water was sloshing out of the pools, and it was 50 degrees and miserable, and you did not want to step outside onto the deck or anything like that. For the 2 days we were cruising from Seattle to Juneau.
Oh wow, yeah, that's the one problem. If people aren't used to that, it's not fun.
No, yeah, I mean, I guess you probably are very familiar with that kind of stuff, but it was a little bit of shock to the system.
Oh, it's a shock to a lot of people. It was a shock to my system the first time I was in rough seas on a ship, and I remember thinking, "Holy crap! I got 4 years of this."
Yeah, we didn't have bad seas. It wasn't. My wife got a little upset stomach one day and had to lay down, but other than that, it wasn't. Being the inside passage, it was pretty smooth water the whole time.
Cool. You could have taken your HD with you,
Well, I looked on their website, and they said no radios, no walkie-talkies. They didn't want to have anything like that because I was going to take my HD just because we went to the Olympic National Park in Mount Rainier, and I wanted to have something with me just to get weather alerts and that kind of stuff. And probably going to confiscate it. So I didn't want to mess with that.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't want to confiscate it either. Well, very good. I'm glad you had a good time. Anything else for the net, Kevin?
No, I picked up an 891 at the Hamfest this morning, so I'm going to try that out on 6 meters when we switch over there.
Oh, very good. Good to hear it. That was Kevin. He's here in Mount Juliet, Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf. Did I hear Brian in there? Are you mobile or just have a bad signal?
I'm mobile. I'm down here by Opryland in the rock.
Ah, okay, very good. Doing any good?
I'm getting out of work after
So, I'm sorry, selling what?
rifles and pistols all day.
Oh, I thought it said Bibles and pistols. You threw me a curve there. Well, very good. Anything good for the net today? Yeah, you're a little rough to me. You went through a rough spot there. Anyway, that was Brian, K3CTP, and he's in Hendersonville normally, but he's mobile today. Anybody else east?
KM4YRS.
You must have stepped away. I called your name earlier and didn't hear.
No, I've been right here.
Well, you must have missed me, or I missed you. Anyway, what's going on, Michael?
Well, I was probably on the phone with Charles. Charles is trying to check in with an HT from Joel, and so he wants you to listen for him.
Oh, I listened for everybody, including him. No, it's a little rough copy with an HT out of Jolton, I got to say.
That's what I told him.
You know, would you get out, if you're going to talk to him, tell him to climb a tree.
I didn't think about that. That's a great idea.
Oh, he's used to that. You know, he's gotten a lot of trees and antennas and trees. So I figured he'd do that normal.
All right. Well, I had a great time today at the Hamquest, so I want to say back to net control and thank you, Paul, for doing the net. KM4YRS.
Very good. That's Michael, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee, Romeo Foxtrot. You're in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? All right. Hold on one second, Blair. There was like a double in there. Who was the other? It was a Kilo Charlie. Who was that?
It was a Kilo Echo. Tank Yankee. Juliet. Oh, I think I'm north of you. This scale 4, okay.
Okay, you can hold on there. Hold on to Roy. I have got 3 in there. I got Blair and I got KE4 T. Oh man, I got to get my letters straight. Kilo Echo. Give me your call again, there, James or Jim. KE4 T. I want to say Tango Yankee Juliet. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's only taken you what 10 years. Still KE4 TYJ. You got it. Nothing for the net. And I missed the Hamfest. Good to hear everybody. Apparently, I missed when you checked in the south, but I'm still here. Everything's well. I'll let you have at it because you're a busy individual.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. My best excuse for the calls is if I'm in the midst of hearing 3 or 4 or 5, like I just did. You could even give me your call, and I go, okay, that's Jim, and I go, hey, what's the suffix on that again? I have to think about it. Anyway, that was Jim. He is in Woodbury, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and yeah, I've been listening to him for 10 years, and you think I'd remember it right off the bat, but not always. I have to think about my Social Security number. Blair, Sierra Sarah Whiskey. That's Kilo 4. I forget.
Kilo Oscar here.
Ah, very good. Did you find what you wanted at the fair today?
Yeah, not really. I was looking to get some ideas for some batteries because I don't have any kind of a backup. Power goes out, but didn't see too much there. I guess I got there kind of late.
Well, I'm not sure you'd find. I don't know. I didn't see any, but that doesn't mean they weren't there. You know, obviously the best kind of. I mean, I have a spare 12-volt car battery, which works just fine. But there are better batteries. You know, there's some of those really high-end batteries that you pay $300 or $400 for.
Yeah, I was thinking something like that to use the phone radios or charge phones or whatever I need. The power goes up a little bit.
Yeah, I read. You know, it's funny what when I had lost power here at the house for a week after that tornado when everything got tore up here in Mount Juliet, and I just found that I could I did have spare batteries, and I would use them for for charging phones. But I had no lights. I had lights. I didn't worry about it too much. I had the radios. I had backup power for those. And I would go out to the car and charge up the phones, or I'd charge up those batteries, and it all worked out good. But the car is like a charging station for all my stuff.
And you got to sit up there and run your car for an hour to get everything to get a charge on it.
Pretty much. But no, it wasn't too bad. And we minimized that. I would use. I had rechargeable batteries for the flashlights in the house, and it was actually quite funny to sit in the house and just listen to a radio, because there was no television, because there was no cable, there was no nothing, and we just enjoyed doing what we were doing in the house. And it got a little cool because it was in March, so I was all right. We lived through it.
Yeah, my wife is really interested in getting one of those Generac whole house generators in case the power goes out. So who knows, that might be the option instead of a battery.
Well, the friend of ours, my wife's just bought one. I think he paid $17,000 for it.
I'm thinking I like the idea of just some extra powerful batteries a whole lot better.
I tend to think so, because one of the difficulties, at least from my point of view, and somebody can tell me if I'm wrong, but it's also, you're at risk too, because now if it was natural gas only, if the natural gas goes out, then what do? Then you can't use it, obviously. I mean, if I was going to have one, I'd want it to be, I think, dual fuel or something.
Yeah, I haven't checked into it. Most of them are definitely natural gas, so that could be the easiest way to fuel it. It's funny, when we used to have a place up in North Georgia Mountains, people would have those generators that would be natural gas, and they'd have a propane tank, and then all of a sudden wonder why they ran a propane tank after 2 days.
Oh, they had them. Oh, wait a minute. So they only had propane connected to it?
Well, that's all there was up in the mountains. There was no natural gas up there. It was only propane tank. So instead of using it sparingly to not suck up your propane, they just turned the sucker on, not thinking about the fact they're going to run out of propane in a day or two.
Oh, wow. And see, that's one of the other problems is, obviously, with, even if you have a gas, if you have a generator for emergency purposes, and let's say you made it so it was gasoline powered or diesel powered, then you have to ask the question, in an emergency, how often can I get fuel for that thing in a week-long emergency, or 10, you know what I'm saying? There's an outage. So again, it's back to that issue. You only want to turn it on when necessary.
Yeah, but you really have a real emergency. You have to be certain with those generators that whatever fuel supply you have, it's not, it'll last long. And if you can't go fill up a gas can, or if the natural gas is out from the gas company, you're just out of luck.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't think I'd want to depend upon propane, but I would depend upon propane if that's all that was available, because that's, well, I don't know what the other alternative, unless you just had, like I said, you could have one that was run by gasoline, and you had I don't know, several 100-gallon tank of gasoline or diesel standing by.
I've used it with my fire protection work. I've designed fire pumps before that were ran off a diesel pump, and they had big storage tanks with diesel fuel stored alongside of them.
Oh yeah, I've seen those, and well, particularly those are obviously like hospital operations or other critical operations, right?
Yeah, these are fire pumps for manufacturing plants in Arkansas.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, pretty. In other words, you better like one of those 500,000, 1,000,000 square foot facilities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. That's some big stuff. Anyway, anything else for the net there, Blair?
No, that's it. Just enjoy the evening. My daughter and grandson got into Salt Lake today, so I get to enjoy them for a couple of weeks.
Oh, awesome. Well, family's really important. It's important to everybody, I think. Anyway, that's because push comes to shove, the family's more important than anybody else. Anyway, that was Blair, Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Whiskey, and he's here in Mount Juliet. Roy, what's up?
KO4 OKE. Chance man's in the house for a minute.
Well, you're getting up there in age. You don't want to slip and fall or nothing.
But anyway, just good to hear you. I happen to be here, and before I head to bed, I just thought I'd give you a shout. And did you go to that ham fest today? I didn't hear earlier.
Yeah, it's mandatory, man. That's I got to see my fans.
make it. I started back in on lessons, and I've got lessons for the next 4 days. So sausage comes first.
Oh, very good. Well, but yeah, you didn't, unless you were, Hamfests are nice, obviously for two reasons. If you want to buy something and you're looking for something particular, that's a nice way to do it. But I enjoy it just for the camaraderie, for meeting people that I haven't met before, or seeing old friends.
Yeah, and I wanted to go over there, Paul, and see some people, but I just couldn't do it. I was going to have breakfast with them and come back, but I just couldn't do it. I was afraid something might happen on the way or happen on back. So stayed here, and then, like I said, started dance lessons again. So that's all. I just wanted to say howdy, Judy, and hope you're doing well tonight. And sounds like the net's going good, so just wanted to put a couple cents in there.
Very good. That was Roy, Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Kilo Echo. He's up in Madison, and he's a world famous, so to speak, dance performer in well, dance, modern dance. I don't know what all dance, but dance. Anyway, that was Roy. Anybody else? Where was I? East?
Coming.
Go ahead, Mike.
I could not hear Roy at all, not a single bit.
Yeah, I have a mute button for you.
Probably so.
Yeah, if I don't want you to hear it, man, I just got a button here. No, that's unusual that you could. I can't hear him. I mean, he's fine. I don't know what the. I do not know. I was not looking at the signal level, but it was like I was talking to you.
Yeah, I just couldn't figure out exactly who it was you're talking to. And when you said it was Roy in Madison, I ought to be able to hear him, no problem.
Well, you'd think so. I don't know. Maybe he's got one of those really, really beams that just narrows it down to a pinpoint. You know?
Well, good for him is all I got to say.
Yeah, very good. Anybody else east or north?
T4TWI.
Hello. Did you buy anything up there today, Wes?
Yeah, about a little HD antenna, a speaker, dirt cheap.
Yeah. You know, did you ever put an HT antenna on a SWR meter?
I have. I had to make a little special mount for the. I forget exactly how I did it, but I've got a little monitor. You got to be careful which ones you buy. Rubber ducks, forget about them, throw them away. I can't believe anybody's food come with the HD. But if you get the specific ones, they're a little bit better. But if you're looking for a one-to-one match, forget about it.
Yeah, I was funny. I took mine and put them on the antenna analyzer, and it cracked me up because they sucked so bad.
Yeah, I think the smaller the HT, it's not going to get a proper ground with the other half of the antenna. But no, I had a good time. Saw a lot of faces that I haven't seen, a lot that I have seen. So it was a good time. Got out there cheap. Back to that, KE4TWI.
Yeah, very good. That's Wes. He's in Possum Town, Kilo, or near Possum Town, kind of near. North Wilson County. Kilo Echo 4, Tango Whiskey is India. Who else is north?
WB001.
So you took all the money and took the X-Wild out to dinner that you made from the Hamfest today?
Well, that was my plan. But I came home and said, well, I'll sit here in my chair for a little bit. I was knocked out sound asleep.
Yeah, I did the same thing, but I didn't. I slept for about an hour. We just, it sounds funny, but I didn't get much sleep last night, and then just being up till, being out on my feet more or less for most of the morning. I was tired.
Yep, I'm yawning right now. But it was a good Hamfest. Had a good time. Saw a lot of familiar faces. And, had a couple of new ones. And bought a couple of gadgets. And sold a few gadgets and junk. And I tell you, it was just, it's always a good time there.
Yep. Are you guys going to have a table in Huntsville?
Well, I'm not. I suspect Robin will.
You can always, if you want to sell something, you can just have him carry it down there for you.
Yeah, I dig out all my heavy stuff.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Mark?
Now, I did have an amplifier that I was
kind of trying to sell. And, oh, the darn thing probably weighs 75 pounds. I don't know. So I took a picture of it, laid the picture on the table, but it didn't work. So, anyway, thanks for doing that. Have a good evening.
Very good. That was Mark, Whiskey Bravo Zero, November Oscar Oscar. I saw something at the Hamfest I'd never seen before, and it was a rack-mounted, and I forget the name of it now because I'd never seen this, Stargazer or something. It was a 180 or 185 watt, 10 meter, 11 meter amp. And I said, wow, pretty fancy looking for it looked like a commercial kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about, Mark?
No, I don't.
I don't know. Darn, I should have taken a picture of it or noted it down. But it was a rack-mounted, solid black, and it was real pretty. And I was talking to the other person that was standing there. I said, "That's." He said, "No, that's." I said, "It's 11." He goes, "Yeah, 11 or 10 meters, and they had it right on 180 watts." I said, "Well, pretty neat." I don't know how much you wanted for it, but to buy just an amp for a 10 meter, it'd be kind of, I don't know. It seems like a little rough to do that. Who else is north? Nobody else north?
84 VW Carl named the town, best paid, but I heard somebody underneath you right before you called for anybody else to the north. So I'll see if they come back.
I'm not hearing anything. Are you, Carl?
No, they were strong enough that I could tell they were there. I've got 20 over on you up here right now. So, all right. Well, maybe they'll show up after I get done. So, anyway, I'd like to check in and say hello. We had a little thunderstorm roll through here a little while ago. Had two separate little pour downs. Things have kind of calmed down a little bit. So, I guess it's cool things off out there now. Anyhow, I hope you had a good time at the Hamfest there. And I don't know. I guess I'll just turn it back over to you. That way you can get some more check-ins. So, Katie4 VW up here in Anglestown, that pay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was Charles up in what he's up near Joelton, and he's on an HT, and I can't hear him at all. You probably can.
No, I think they've been on a base and run a little bit more power than an HT.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I can't hear him. You're right. It may be somebody I can't hear at all, and you can just barely hear. And I don't. You're right. It's tough to have an HT, but Joelton's got a nice elevation. It really does. So I wouldn't be surprised. I could hear him, but I can't.
Oh yeah, that was underneath you there and heterodyne. So I don't know. Oh well, I'll just turn it back over to you there and say if they're trying to get back in here, they'll try again, attempt again, I guess. Anyway, 2 leaps for now. Okay, still on 220, I guess. 84 VW.
Yeah, very good. That's Carlin in Angeltown, Bethpage vicinity. Kilo Delta 4 Victory, Uniform Whiskey. Who else is north? Yeah, I was kind of hoping whoever that was would check in. But okay, West, please come in.
KO4 OTB.
You didn't hear anybody up in your neck of the woods, did you, Joel?
No, I didn't hear a thing.
Well, then they can't be heard then.
Which, I mean, Jolton, I don't know, 25 minutes from me, 30 minutes, something like that.
Oh, yeah, that is quite a stretch.
Yeah, it's not close, which I'm not really close to anything.
That's right. You can't get there from here?
No. I mean, I don't know. I guess it takes me about 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get to Walmart. It's about as closest thing to me.
Yeah, my Walmart, it takes me 15 minutes to get there if I'm walking.
I know. It seems to be most people I know. I know it's convenient, but I tell you, when I get home, man, in the evening and away from downtown and all that craziness, man, it's so worth it.
You know, it just reminded me when I lived in Tampa, that one of the super Walmarts, I think it was a super Walmart, opened, and it was there. It wasn't brand new, but it was there. Finally made it over to there, and it was shocking. The parking lot, it was one of those where, depending upon what time you showed up, you'd have to drive around for a while to find the parking space.
Oh man, that's the way it was when I lived in Dixon. That has to be, if I'm not mistaken, when I lived out there at the time, it may still be ranked way up there, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the second or the third busiest Walmart in the country.
Oh, wow. Well, it is. Besides, Walmart confuses the heck out of me because as big as they are, and they're all right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bragging on Walmart. It's just they're kind of like I don't know what to call them. They're kind of like the Walmart of Walmarts. They're like a Kmart that's successful.
It's a one-stop shop. I mean, you can get your eyes done, your taxes done, and your oil change and a tire rotation all in the same spot.
I'm surprised they don't have a surgery center.
Hey, you give it about 10 years, you never know.
No, I mean, they've got, like you said, they got a lot of stuff. It just amazes me that they're able to swing all that. And they're fairly competitive. I'm not knocking them, but their choices are also limited.
Oh, there's no doubt, especially the one I have. The one out here is probably the smallest super center there is. It's not very big compared to the ones I've been to, like in West Nashville or Springfield or anything like that. But I tell you, that one in Springfield is a monster. I don't know what it is about that one. It seems like it's different from every one of them. It's just a big super Walmart. And the only reason I went in there one day, we were going to a store up there. We went in there and they didn't have what we were looking for, so we went to that Walmart. By God, they had everything you wanted.
Yeah, they do vary. I noticed the one that's in my hometown wasn't there when I was there, but in my hometown, because it's right at the Canadian border, they get a whole bunch of Canadian visitors coming. Not visitors, they come there to shop and they somehow get across the border without paying a penalty. Some of them, and it's a funny story, but they'll come over. I'm told, I did not see this myself. They said that what you'll see sometimes in the parking lot is you'll see a pile of clothes or several pieces of clothing and shoes. And they come in and they buy 3 shirts, 3 pair of pants, and a brand new pair of shoes, and they'll wear all 3 of them at the same time and throw out their old clothes that they wore and throw them in a dumpster or throw them next to the dumpster.
That's just unbelievable. And I know a girl growing up that was like that. She was real hoity-toity. She would never wear the same thing twice, I don't believe. And I mean, it was all really expensive designer clothing and everything. Luckily, she became a doctor, and I think that worked out for her in her favor for that type of lifestyle. But I just don't understand that, man. I wear the same T-shirt for 20 years. I don't care.
Yeah, my wife, because I'm retired, and so like my wife, the last time she threw a slur at me, she goes, "You're not going to wear that same shirt." I'm not getting tired of seeing that same shirt all week.
I know the feeling, man. When I get home in the evening, I'll do that too. Like I'll wear the same shirt in the evening after I get out of the shower, because I don't wear it long in the evening. When I go to bed, I take it off. But yeah, I know what you mean.
No, anyway, that thing about the people would go there, because prices are much higher in Canada and they also have a higher tax rate. They pay if you buy tires up there as a Canadian citizen, you're going to pay. I think it's a 15% value added tax on top of the price. So you pay $500 worth of tires, you got another 15% on top of that. But so it's cheaper overall in the United States. So they come here to buy tires, and customs can't see that they're new tires. They wouldn't know or wouldn't care. I don't know. I think they kind of give them a break at the border. But like I said, they come over here and buy clothes, and they buy food, and they just either don't claim it or they hide it. I don't know.
And I remember growing up, and I don't know if it was ever really that true, but they talked about their health care like it was the best thing on the planet. As I got older, I started looking into that type of stuff. It's like I don't think what they think is that great, because it doesn't sound like it's that great to me. They sounds like they're getting kind of ripped off, and it doesn't look like it's almost like socialism insurance.
Well, it is. In short, it is different, and it's not. It is free, but their tax rate is higher than ours, much higher than ours. And I mean, overall, their income tax. And plus, because it's socialized medicine, and because the doctors are all paid for through the federal government, their federal government, there's a shortage of doctors because they either don't go into being a doctor or they go to the United States to work because they can't make any money in Canada. So there's some towns, I'll say that the size of Jolton don't have any doctors, or Portland, no doctors. That size town has no doctors whatsoever.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, I tell you, you hear all that when you're young. You're like, oh man, it'd be cool to live in Canada to, get all that free health care and all that stuff. But when you get older, you look at it and you're like, oh, well, that just seems like a huge conundrum that I don't know if I want any part of. But I won't hold it any longer, Paul. I know you got a rest of the net to fill out there. You got a couple more to go and all. See y'all on the next one, KO4 OTV.
Very good. That was Joel. He's out Nowheresville, west of Joelton. And that's Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Hey, very good. That whole thing with the monsters isn't still on TV today. Is it late today?
I don't know. I actually only watched like an episode and a half myself. I just noticed it was on, and that wouldn't be a good excuse. One that would be accepted.
It's more than acceptable. I mean, if you're an aficionado of something, that's just it's important. You want to go out and do something.
Yeah, I like The Grandfather.
Yeah, no, my dad liked him too. He was in another show that you might not remember, Car 54. Where are you?
I do remember that. Yeah, and he was originally, vaudeville or whatever, or whatever they did back in the 20s.
Oh wow, yeah, he was quite the character. Really, I laugh even thinking about him actually because he was a good character in that show, even though the show was kind of goofy.
It was just his look, just his natural born look to make you want to laugh.
Oh yeah, he was great. You got anything good for the net?
No, see you on the next K or C.
Very good. That's Greg, and he's in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is west?
KG4 LV Jack and Dawson.
Almost sounds like you're bringing up the rear here, Jack.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Good. Oh, we were looking for you at the Hamfest.
No, I had too many things going on today. It's like I go for weeks and nothing's going on, and everything's the same day.
Yeah, that's all right. As long as it wasn't anything critical.
No, it wasn't, but now I'm going to be forced to go to Huntsville.
Yeah, Huntsville's the only problem with Huntsville is if somebody has different difficulty in ambulating, you want to take a walker or a wheelchair,
There's usually a row of chairs sitting in the middle, and so I walk around a while and sit a while, but it's always the third weekend in August.
Oh, it is always third weekend? I wasn't sure. Third, whatever that is, and I don't have the August calendar up here. But that should be about the 20th or so. Somewhere in that range, 21, 22.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's like that. I'm not looking at a calendar either, but it's always the third weekend.
Okay, third weekend. Well, that would be the 17th.
Well, what did you buy at the Hamfest today?
Oh, just wasted other people's time flapping my jugs.
Well, I miss seeing everybody. I really didn't need anything to buy, but I just wanted to see everybody.
Oh yeah, no, it's always fun, always fun, and no, it's just great. I enjoy it just for, like I said, for the fraternity of ham users.
Exactly. Well, I'll let you get on with it. 73 to everybody listening, and I will see you on the next one. KG4 LV.
Yeah, very good. That was Jack. He's in Donaldson. Big signal today. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Anybody else west? Anybody, anyplace, anywhere? North, south, east, or west? And we're going for lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater, kerchunkers, scanner listeners, got an email on them, and the shape-shifting lizard people. Now, I forgot about the moon landing deniers and the flat earthers.
I resemble that.
We got any of those in there? Just besides Tony?
K1SPD.
See, you didn't make the Hamfest today, did you?
No, I thought about going, but I got thinking, that's an hour there, hour back, walk around for an hour and a half, spend too much money, so I just stay home.
Yeah, I understand. Again, I don't necessarily. If I needed something, I would be buying something. But like I said, I just go there for the fun. For just getting around, seeing people, and they can see me. And some people who haven't seen me before, then they realize who I am.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, I'm looking at something. No, I did have a couple of things in mind, but I don't know where this one fellow lives. So I think he lives in Pulaski. He had an automatic tuner listed on QTH and said he was going to be at the ham fest. Well, I guess he didn't sell it, and he took it back home and raised the price $20.
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, it was funny you mentioned that. I was going to have the buy, sell, swap, and swindle net, which I realized we haven't been doing.
No, we haven't. And I was going to mention that tonight because I am looking for something.
Ah, very good. Well, let's do that right now. What do we got for a buy, sell, swap, and swindle net? Scott's going to lead the pack.
Well, I'm looking for an automatic tuner. I don't know the number, but you know, it doesn't have to be a fancy one. It doesn't have to have meters or anything like that. I think it's like a Z100 maybe, or a Z11, something like that.
For a specific radio, or just one that'll work on anything? It's got the connectors for any radio.
HF, you know, and I don't need to have you know, any connecting cables or anything like that. I've got most of those.
All righty, Scott's looking for a used automatic tuner that functions. So you can reach Scott. Scott's, your email's on the QRZ, right?
Roger.
Yeah, very good. In fact, if you would post that to the group, though, that would be the best place to put it besides here, because here there might be 20 or 30 people listening. But on the group, there's like 200 people, hopefully.
Yeah. Good luck with me getting that on there.
I can put
the best skills for that.
I can put it on.
Well, do that then.
All right, very good. Is your I forget, is your email good on QRZ?
Yes, it is.
All righty. Again, Scott's looking for an automatic tuner. I don't know if Mark's still listening. Mark or Robin would be likely to have something like that. And so you're only worried about 100 watts, right?
Actually, yeah, you know, 100, 200, 300 watts.
Okay. If we get it bigger, that'd be better. Yeah. As long as you're not looking for you know, if you got the big money, you're going to bet the legal limit. Anyway, that was Scott. He's looking for an automatic tuner, anywhere up to 300 watts. And he's good on QRZ, and that's Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Anybody else got anything about it they're looking for or they're trying to sell today after the hand fence? Or you bought something you didn't like and you want to sell it? I still laugh at that Schulman auction. They put up on auction a UV5R Bofang radio, and I went and checked the status of it yesterday, and had 5 bids, and the bidding was up to $17. And you can buy the radio for $20 or $25. With shipping, they're going to get a used radio, the same price to get a brand new. I don't understand exactly who would bid on that, but I have no idea.
Bragging rights for $17.99. The tri-band has the 220 and picked up aircraft, and I love it. $17.99.
And you got that from where, Scott? I mean, Mark. Not Mark. I got my name straight. Greg, where'd you get that?
It's Amazon. A Retivas. I think it's the KA79. It's even got 5 watts, 220.
Oh wow, yeah. Tri-band for less than $20. Well, $20 and something with taxes, but Retivas tri-band for $20, and they're selling the Bofangs used, 17 plus shipping. Anyway, anybody else west? Please come in. Any place, anywhere, or any of those categories I listed before, or anybody got something to sell or they want to buy? All righty. We had 22 people in here tonight. I'm glad everybody showed up. Good night in spite of the rain. We may have lost some people due to the lightning and the thunder and the storms, but we're going to move right over to 2-meter upper sideband 144.240, 144.240 upper sideband. I'll be there in a moment. All righty, I'm here on the 144.240. This is K4 PEW with the 144.240 portion of the net. Looking for check-ins from the south. All right, nobody there. How about from the east?
KM4, wow.
All right, very good. I got Michael in there. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else east?
Kilo India 4, Zulu Delta Golf.
Very good. Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf. We've got Kevin here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? Up to the north.
WB0
Very good. We got Mark in Northwest Wilson, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Oscar. Who else is north?
84 BGW, Carlin Angel South. That's right.
Sounding good there, Carlin. That's Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. You're not hearing any other stations from your end of the earth, are you?
Not right now.
Very good. That was Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Angeltown, Bethpage vicinity. Who else is north? Over to the west.
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. We got Greg in there in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else west?
KG4 ILV.
Very good. We got Jack, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, and he's in Donaldson. Anybody else west? Nobody else, any place, anywhere, please come down.
K4
Ah, very good. That was, gotta get it straight. That was Tony in Smyrna, KF4, KFQ. Any place, anywhere? Anybody else?
I must have missed the call for the South. K1SP.
I don't know if I started from the south. I think I started from the south, but maybe not. No, I did. K1 SPD. Good. I got you in there solid there. Scott, that's Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Anybody else?
And I think we should abandon FM and just use sideband. I can hear everybody.
Oh, sideband is really awesome. I thought the same thing. If you have emergencies, you don't have to forget about repeaters. Just everybody get on sideband.
I agree. K1SP.
Very good. Again, Scott, K1 SPD in Laverne. Anybody else? Please come down. Any place, anywhere. Can anybody else hear anything I can't hear?
Well, just those voices in your head, but we can't do anything about those without some severe medication.
No, I like arguing with them.
Scott, can you hear me? KG4 CAD.
Certainly can. How about me?
Yep, sounds good. Are you looking for an antenna tuner?
Yes, I am.
Look on like Amazon or whatever at ATU 100. I think they were brand new $90. I let it go for half that. Come to $50, let's say. It's brand new in the box, never used.
Hey, go ahead and send me an email. Scott@k1spd.com.
Will do.
Thanks much.
Aren't you glad we did that, Scott?
Hey, I tell you what.
All right, very good. We just made a sale, I think, or a pending sale. We'll put it that way. We have a contract in waiting. Anyway, any other check-ins before we move on to 50.135? Very good. We're moving over to 50.135. We'll see you there. All righty, here I am on 6 meters, 50.135. This is K4 PEW. Looking for check-ins from the south. Please come now. South or east?
KM4 YRF.
All right, I did hear you. Hold on there, Michael. I did hear you there, Scott. A little low, but I hear you okay. Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Yeah, you copying me okay? Scott? Yeah, your signal strength is a little low, but I can copy you. Yeah, very good. And I think I heard Michael in there, KM4 YRF. Were you copying Scott at all?
I can't hear Scott at all.
Okay, so you can't hear Scott, you can't hear Roy. Boy, I know what Jeff probably checked in up there from Madison. You couldn't hear?
I can always hear Jeff.
Not today. All right, anyway, that's KM4YRF here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? East or north? Anybody north, please come now. I don't know, Mark, you're not in there, I guess. Well, that's weird. We can't live with 4. Anybody else west then? Very good. We got Greg and Antioch. Who else west? Very good. We got Joel up in the hinterlands, Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor. Who else is west? Yeah, I got Jack in there, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Are you copying Jack there, Mike?
Nope, not at all.
Who can you hear exactly?
Nobody tonight.
Oh, it is so funny to me that 2 miles further and just people. Of course, it happens to me too. It happens to me to like out going farther east. If it's from Lebanon, sometimes I can't hear people. Anyway, that was Jack Kilo Golf 4 in the India Lima Victor. Anybody else west or anywhere? Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf. I forget which antenna are you using there, Kevin? That was a rough copy. I'm pretty sure, wasn't he using an end fed or a loop there, Michael?
Are you using an M-Fed or a loop? Yeah, he's using an M-Fed. I have a good copy on it.
Well, that's because you're about 20 feet from him, I think. So his signals aren't permitted across the interstate. All right, well, very good. We had Kevin in there, Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf, and he's on an end fed, rather than, of course, I'm on a vertical. I'm on a horizontal loop. It's a little, I forget what it's called, M squared loop. Anybody else? Please come in. Anybody, any place, please come in. All right, we have 7 in there, and we're going to go over to 223.415, and I'm going to shut down the. Unless we have any more check-ins, let me ask for anybody, any place, anywhere. All right, we're going to kill the, not kill, bad word, kill. If I trigger somebody, we're going to diminish, lose the Facebook feed, and I'm going to kill my landlord. I'm going to kill the thing here on YouTube, and we'll go home to the secret frequency over on 223.415. We'll see you there.